Hello everyone, Sylvan Bart here, and welcome to another movie review. With there only being 4 Dr. Seuss movies having been released in theaters, only one of them is hated by many, more so than the Lorax from how I saw it. And would you believe that this is the only Dr. Seuss movie I have seen in theaters? Yeah, you heard right, and I'm here to review it. So let's take a look at the one that everyone dislikes, Dr. Seuss's The Cat in the Hat. The movie is based on the book by Theodore Geisel, also known as Dr. Seuss, and the title character has become really popular that he ends up being shown in other Seuss books, and is also a central character for some TV shows and specials. But let's get down to the movie. 2 kids named Conrad and Sally become bored in their house, while their mother, named Joan, has to go to work for something that's not explained. But then the Cat in the Hat comes in to bring in lots of fun into their bored life. And most of the film shows the kids trying to have fun with the famous feline, while also trying to keep the house clean before their mother gets back, so she can have her party for the employees from her real estate job. While in the meantime, their neighbor, named Lawrence Quinn, is trying to get Conrad into a military school, and also wants to marry Joan. So what do I think of this movie? Well, this would be a big surprise to everyone. That even though everyone hates it, I actually kind of like it. But at least I'm not the only one who likes it. Take a listen to Chocolate here. I call it a guilty pleasure myself, but I'm not very proud of it. See? But I know what you're thinking. How can I like something like this? Well, for starters, it is the most colorful of Seuss books turned to film. Yeah, there are a few others, but here it looks pretty bright with all its sets and whatnot, making it look more like a mixture of the 50s and big stuff shown to indicate what the stores are. So it's like a stylish version of an American town, with less Seuss style put into it. Until the cat comes in and there's many Seuss designs thrown in. And it's surprising that Bo Welch directed this film, for he's known for being a production designer on films like Beetlejuice and the Men in Black series. Now, if he was the production designer, it wouldn't matter much. And the other thing are the moments that happen in it, and it kind of works for a Seuss fan like myself. All of the moments that I kind of enjoyed only happen when the cat comes in. And I have to say that it comes out as being more like a live-action cartoon. And there have been several films that act like it's a cartoon, but this one's all over the place, and it's pretty crazy and quirky, and lots of things don't add up, but it's quite fun at how cartoon-like it is. Especially with moments that aren't considered for a Dr. Seuss movie, like making cupcakes presented as an infomercial in front of a studio audience, or having to sign a contract that guarantees fun with nothing bad to happen, or advertising Universal Studios while riding on the babysitter in their extreme Seussian house. Well, it is a Universal production, or they could have just advertised Islands of Adventure, which coincidentally had a Seuss-themed attraction. But I digress. There are several moments that are not just from the book, but also from its sequel, The Cat in the Hat Comes Back, and maybe a small portion of the cartoon. And I feel they're done quite well. And the characters are kind of enjoyable too. In the book, the kids aren't given much thought to since it's all from their perspective. Here, Sally prefers to keep things under control, but doesn't show it in the presence of her brother, who pretty much breaks the rules from his mother. And at least he and his mother are given names which are absent from the book. The fish is pretty much the same as the book, and so are Thing 1 and Thing 2, but the cat's a different story. In the book, he wants to bring fun, and even when he does, he's unaware that he's making a big mess in the house, and makes up for it in the end. But here, it was his plan to mess up the house, which is really out of character for someone this famous. Even so, when he has only one rule, which is to not keep the crate open, which would have his world leak into the house, and cause what's known as the mother of all messes. Now for a rule breaker, that's pretty messed up. Yet, all of the other things with him are very much like a cartoon character that doesn't quit, with a hat that can transform into anything, him switching into different costumes, and his many actions and quotes that would come on within almost every shot.
and he's surprisingly fun in those ways.
And these characters, almost the new ones, are done well by these actors.
Mike Myers plays the Cat in the Hat. Alec Baldwin plays Lawrence Quinn. Kelly Preston plays Joan Walden. Dakota Fanning plays Sally. Spencer Breslin plays Conrad. Amy Hill plays Mrs. Kwan. And Sean Haynes plays Mr. Humberfloob and is the voice of the fish. As a whole, this movie is quirky, crazy, and not a lot of things add up, but it's still quite fun. The characters are enjoyable enough. The story is, well, fine, and the effects are fun to look at. Director Bo Welsh had done a fine job at bringing the famous Seuss character and story to life, all mixed in with its quirky and crazy humor, colorful and stylish settings, fun effects, and enjoyable characters. And while it's not as impressive as Horn Hears a Who, or as enjoyable as The Grinch, it is a little better than the Lorax for that matter, and surely that's gotta count for something as nonsensical as this.
So today, this movie will be given a rating of... just forget this. What the heck? 3 stars. Thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook or Twitter. And tune in next week for a new video. Hopefully.